Usually, when content on the internet gets removed due to outrage, it is because of hundreds, maybe even thousands of people took offense to it. It could be an image, a post, a statement, but in this case, it was a 40-second ad that was removed and banned since 8 people complained about its contents, saying that it perpetuated harmful gender stereotypes. 2020 is already off to a ridiculous start. PC Specialist was forced to remove an ad that showed 3 men performing different activities on computers. It featured a male voiceover saying, "For the players, the gamers, the all sleep laters, the creators, the editors, the music makers, the techies, the coders, the illustrators. Bespoke, customized like no other. From the specialists for the specialists." And it was removed due to the fact that it featured only men, and apparently that implied that only men are interested in technology, even though this ad featured a diverse cast with a Caucasian male, an Asian male, and a black male. Apparently that is just not good enough. In an ASA ruling published on its website, the body explains that the advert for UK-based retailer PC Specialist featured 3 men performing different activities on computers, including producing music and coding. As I said, it features a male voiceover throughout, and the ASA explains that 8 complainants believed the advert perpetuated harmful gender stereotypes by depicting men in roles that were stereotypically male and implying that it was only men who were interested in technology and computers. These complainants questioned whether the advert breached relevant advertising code. The body reports that PC Specialist responded with an explanation that its customer base was 87.5% male, aged between 15 and 35. The company says its product, branding, and service had been developed for and aimed at that target audience, and the characters in the ad therefore represented a cross-section of the PC Specialist core consumer base. I think that this is a perfectly reasonable explanation. According to the ASA, PC Specialist also said that it didn't believe the characters in the advert represented negative stereotypes. The company considered that there was no comparison between men and women in the ad, and the ad did not imply that women were not interested in computers. It simply just did not feature women at all, and I would agree with that. However, the ASA has upheld the complaints, concluding that the advert breached the BCAP code rule, which says advertisements must not include gender stereotypes that are likely to cause harm or serious widespread offense. I do want to note that this did happen in the UK, and the ASA, or the Advertising Standard Authority, is slightly different than the FTC and the FCC, so a ruling like this most likely would not be made in the United States since the FTC doesn't regulate things like gender stereotypes. I think that this situation is absolutely ridiculous. This ad is targeting their audience. They even state that their customer base is 87.5% male, aged between 15 and 35. They are presenting the statistics they are working with. Having an ad where men are using computers is not a gender stereotype. It is just using male actors. No one complains when you see an ad for Disney princess merchandise that only features little girls. It is targeted marketing, and every company does it. I do not see Disney adding in teenage boys to those ads because they know who the products are being purchased for. I personally would think that using female actresses would have caught more attention, but if they used a female and she was dressed in anything less than a turtleneck and jeans, that would have been attacked for the sexualization of women. There are always going to be people that complain no matter what is done, and that is a huge problem for companies. Even while making advertisements, they are walking a very thin line. I bet if this ad featured only females, it would have been praised for being progressive. And the icing on the cake for me personally is the statement that it is likely to cause harm or serious widespread offense. I have never been offended by anything due to a technology ad, and I doubt this material is likely to cause harm. 8 people complained about it, not hundreds, and most certainly not thousands, and I think that their ruling of having it removed is wrong. I, as a woman, am not offended by this just because it does not have females put into it. I do not always need to be reminded that women can be part of an industry because of an ad. But that is all that I really had to discuss in today's video. 2020 is already off to a ridiculous start. Unfortunately for this company, it does not sound like their ad will be back, and they also have it unlisted on YouTube right now. I think that they were worried that people were seriously going to be offended by it, but I do think they should just put it back up. I really do not think it is that deep of an issue. But if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like, and of course if you did not, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, and I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.